Every morning you welcome its warmth. You bask in its golden glow. You think it loves you. You are wrong. The sun doesn't love you. It doesn't even know you exist. It is a terrifyingly massive nuclear furnace. And every second, it's fighting a war just to keep from crushing you out of existence. But that war is almost over. Take a look around. Everything you see, everything you love, is only here on borrowed time. The sun is a parasite, and we are its unintended hosts. Right now, it's consuming 600 million tons of hydrogen per second. Think about that number. It's a countdown, and it's running out of fuel. What happens when the counting stops? Most people believe the sun will simply fade away, like a light bulb clicking off. If only it were that merciful. The reality is far more violent, far more hungry. Before it disappears, it will mutate, it will grow, and it will remember us. Not as its children, but as fuel. The sun is middle-aged. And like many things, it gets more aggressive, more volatile with age. It's actually getting 10% brighter every billion years. It doesn't seem like much, but it's enough to start a chain reaction that you can't stop. A silent killer is already on its way. We are obsessed with the final moment, the big pop, but the true horror is in the waiting, the slow, agonizing buildup, the moment you realize your home is becoming a cage. Do you know what the first sign of the sun's mutation will be? It won't be in the sky. It will be in your water. Imagine the scene. A sky so hot it burns to look up. Now imagine that is the good part of the story, because the next chapter isn't just about heat. It's about being eaten alive. Stay tuned, because Earth is about to enter the throat of a monster. The first billion years, the sun is getting slightly hotter, slightly grumpier. But on Earth, the effects are catastrophic. The habitable zone, that perfect little spot where life can thrive, is moving outward toward Mars. And we are not invited to follow. We are being left behind in the heat. Imagine the surface of Venus, a crushing atmosphere, a landscape of acid rain and molten rock. That is Earth's future. In less than 1 billion years, our oceans won't just evaporate, they will boil. A global sauna with no escape. A perfect environment for bacteria. A death sentence for everything else. The water that made us will boil us. As the water vapor rises into the upper atmosphere, solar winds will strip it away. We won't just lose our water, we will lose our entire planet's identity. Earth will become a barren, naked rock, a monument to a life that couldn't survive its own star, a celestial mummy wrapped in a shroud of greenhouse gases. The question is no longer, how do we survive, but where do we hide? Maybe underground, maybe Mars. But the sun is already preparing its next mutation. It won't just burn us, it will hunt us. Do you think a few miles of rock or a neighboring planet can save you from a monster that is 200 times its normal size? What we call the surface of the sun is a dynamic battlefield. But in the next phase, that battlefield expands. The outer layers will swell, creating a monstrosity known as a red giant. It's not just growing brighter, it's growing a mouth large enough to swallow planets whole. Imagine standing on a scorched Earth, looking up and seeing the sun fill the entire sky. From horizon to horizon, it's pulsating, it's breathing, and it's closing in. We are about to witness the moment the parasite decides to devour its host. Don't look away. The core has collapsed. The remaining hydrogen is gone. the sun has a new, terrifying fuel, helium. The reaction is so violent it pushes the outer layers outward. The sun is no longer a circle, it's a pulsating, bloated, grotesque blob of plasma. And it's hungry. Mercury is the first to go. Can you imagine the terror? Venus, our sister planet, the hottest place in the solar system, melted into a solar soup. The sun's atmosphere will literally eat Venus alive, absorbing its atmosphere, its rocky crust, its identity. The sun isn't just a star anymore. It's a cosmic stomach, digesting its children. And what about us? What about Earth? We are standing on the edge of the abyss. The red giant sun will expand to 256 times its current size. If it doesn't swallow Earth directly, it will destroy it with a tide of fire that will melt the very mountains. Every city, every memory will be turned to slag, a monument to nothing. Think about the irony. The star that gave us life is now the very thing that is snuffing it out. It's not an accident, it's a design flaw, a cosmic joke. Does the sun feel anything? Does it know what it's doing? Or is it just a mindless, consuming entity? I'm not sure which thought is scarier. What happens to the human soul when its home is turned into a solar blast furnace? Do we become echoes? Do we become memories of ourselves? A precedent memory of our past existence, as one of my viewers suggested? Maybe, just maybe, we are the ghosts that the sun will carry forever. Imagine the scene, a sky so hot it burns to look up. Now imagine that is the good part of the story, because the next chapter isn't just about heat, it's about being eaten alive. Stay tuned, because Earth is about to enter the throat of a monster. The sun is choking. It has reached its limit. It can no longer hold its own weight. In a series of violent, convulsive shudders, it begins to cough up its outer layers. This isn't a peaceful expansion anymore. It's a cosmic vomiting of gas and radiation. Imagine the sky literally tearing apart as the star's skin is ripped off. These layers form what astronomers call a planetary nebula, a beautiful name for a graveyard. These glowing clouds are the radioactive remains of our solar system, drifting away like smoke from a funeral pyre. Everything we were, our oceans, our skyscrapers, our DNA, is now just dust in a colorful, toxic cloud. If an alien civilization looked at us from across the galaxy, they wouldn't see a tragedy. They would see a pretty light, a flicker in the dark. To them, our entire history is just a momentary glow, a spark that lasted a second and then went out. Does that make you feel small? Good, it should. But the core, the heart of the monster, it remains exposed, raw. It's no longer a sun, it's a white dwarf, a glowing, compressed corpse. It's the size of Earth, but it's so dense that a single teaspoon of it would weigh as much as an entire mountain range. It's a concentrated ghost of power. Imagine standing on the surface of this white dwarf. The gravity would crush your bones into liquid in a microsecond. There is no heat left, only the memory of it. It's a diamond made of carbon and oxygen, a multi-trillion-ton tombstone floating in the dark. The ultimate silence. We think of death as an end. But for the sun, the white dwarf phase is just the beginning of a much longer, much darker journey. One that lasts longer than the entire age of the universe so far. Are you ready to see the end of time itself? Trillions of years pass. The white dwarf slowly, painfully, loses its glow. It fades from white to yellow to a dull, bruised red, until finally it goes black, A black dwarf, a hypothetical object that doesn't even exist in our universe yet because the universe isn't old enough to have created one. This is the true end. A cold, dark diamond, invisible to the eye, drifting through a dead galaxy. No light, no heat, no life. Just a frozen memory of a star that once gave warmth to a blue planet. A planet that no one remembers. A planet whose name has been erased by the entropy of time. But here is the final twist. The ultimate cosmic horror. Those atoms that were coughed up in the nebula, they are still out there. They will eventually drift into new clouds of gas. They will become part of new stars, new planets, maybe even new people. We are being recycled into a system that will inevitably kill us again. We are trapped in a loop of birth and destruction. Every atom in your body was once inside a dying star. You are made of the debris of a cosmic murder. And one day, you will be part of another. We are the ghosts of the past, waiting to become the monsters of the future. So why does the sun disappear? Because it has to make room for the next nightmare, to feed the next cycle. The sun isn't going away. It's just changing shape. It's waiting for its next victim, and the clock is ticking. Can you hear it? The sound of the countdown? If you're still here, you've witnessed the end of everything. But don't worry, it won't happen tomorrow. It's happening right now, one atom at a time. Sleep well tonight. And remember, don't trust the light. If you want to know what's hiding behind the black holes we mentioned earlier, watch this. You won't like the answer.